Drove up from Cincinnati, had a road rage incident, very scary. This guy behind me, honking his horn, flashing his lights, screaming at me. I'm like, look, buddy, I get it. You're a big, important ambulance. I get it. You wait your turn. I used to be a teacher. Anyone else make bad choices? Anyone else? It's good. I didn't do it for the low pay. I also did it for the disrespect. That's why I taught. Teaching's tough. It's hard. Your first year is the hardest year. Kids know you're new. They'll push you. They'll challenge you. Try to scare you. My first year, my car was keyed, and there's a hate note on my desk. Had been the toughest preschool class I'd ever taught. They call me Mr. Poopyhead. It was brutal. Taught kindergarten, thought that'd be easier. It wasn't. It was scary. We had a rhyming assignment. This girl, Sally, walked in. Wouldn't do anything. Next day, rhyming assignment, nothing done. I go, Sally, I gotta call your mom. You didn't do your work. She's like, I wouldn't do that. I'm like, why? She goes, snitches get stitches. It's like, all right. Could you stop vaping? That'd be nice. That would be good. Kids are mean. I was doing recess duties. Second grade ran up to me during recess. She's like, you're a teacher. You're poor. It's like, whoa. This kid's mean. She goes, you live in the parking lot. I'm like, whoa. This kid knows too much. I had a student who hated me so much, he left a note on my desk, said he wanted to electrocute me. Yeah. This is how much he hated me. He was Amish. Oh, Jebediah. Clap if you have a tattoo. Tattoo people. I do not have one. I was doing a show in Florida. A guy walked up to me, had a teardrop tattoo right here, didn't know what it meant. Asked him what it was for. He's like, a friend of mine was murdered, and when I get revenge, I'll fill it in. Right now, it's only half full. It's like, that guy is optimistic, right? I don't have any tattoos. I'm not cool. Second of all, too hairy. My arms are way too hairy. If I were to get a tattoo, it'd be a farmer on my left hand looking at my arm going, well, the crop looks good this year. And a farmer on my right hand looking at my forehead going, what the hell's going on? There's nothing growing up here. There's nothing. My mom worries a lot. I was going to Los Angeles a couple years ago. She freaked out. She's like, Adam, when you're out there and you're at a bar, put your hand over your drink so no one puts anything in it. I'm like, Mom, first of all, I'm not a hot chick. Second, there's not a whole lot of guys in LA going, you know who we're going to roofie tonight? Woody Allen. Not going to happen to me. No. I am 43. I went to the doctor for a checkup, and I asked him, should I get checked for prostate cancer? Because my dad had prostate cancer. Thankfully, he survived it. And my doctor goes, bend over. And he goes, Adam, your prostate's a little enlarged. I'm like, yeah, I saw your fingers, doc. What are you doing, a chimney sweep in there? It's brutal. Got a new doctor. He goes, Adam, have you had your prostate checked? I'm like, yeah, my old doctor did the finger thing. He goes, Adam, we don't do that anymore. I'm like, what? I was like, somebody owes me dinner. There's a doctor here in Ohio lost his license. He was doing ultrasounds of men's testicles in his apartment. Did you hear about this? Look it up. Yeah. What was the red flag? He was doing ultrasounds of testicles in his apartment, or his ultrasound machine was a Polaroid camera. What was the red flag? I went to an old school. Clap if you went to an old school. Old high school, elementary school. Yeah. Nobody. Everyone's doing well. I went to old school. This is how old it was. Our school mascot was asbestos. That's pretty old. It was old. I didn't remember much about school. I did remember this. Do you guys know the first bird of America was not going to be the bald eagle? Anyone know what it's supposed to be? Turkey. Yeah, turkey. Ben Franklin picked a turkey, which actually, in retrospect, that seems more American than a bald eagle, doesn't it? It's overweight. It's got fat hanging from its neck. Hates to be around people at Thanksgiving. That's pretty American. Another fun fact, Ohio has the highest amount of U.S. presidents. Did you know this? 8. You also have the highest amount of astronauts, 13, and your birthplace of flight, which proves you that people will do anything to get out of Ohio. Like, the moon or the White House, we don't give a shit. We're out. I am married, been married 7 years. My wife goes on the road with me for shows sometimes, and last trip she was with me. We listened to Brian Regan and Natasha Leggero, two of my favorite comedians, and she goes, oh, I hate the voice they do. It's annoying. I'm like, well, they do the voice because it makes it funnier. She goes, oh, I hope you don't do that when you get funny. I was like, wait, when I get funny? I turned it off, put on AM radio because I'm old, you know. Perfect timing. A report came through that scientists said that having regular sex prevents Alzheimer's and dementia. I nudged my wife. I'm like, huh? She's like, I'll take my chances. That's the day. My wife loves the show Snapped. Ladies, this is your show. Yeah, a show based on women murdering the husbands. That's every goddamn episode. And This is after we got married. I walked in the house. My wife was watching. I'm like, Alice, how can you watch the show? She's like, I want to see how they do it. That's what she said. I watched it with her. As soon as the episode is over, she turns to me. She goes, so Adam, how would you murder me? I'm like, what? What are you talking about? Like, I love you. We just got married. Give it time. She goes, well, I know how I would murder you. I'm like, how? She goes, I poison your food a little bit each day. So now I cook. Every meal. Every meal. We have a 2-year-old. We named him Sebastian. Named him after my hero, the crab from Little Mermaid. And my wife and I, when we found out she was pregnant, we were excited, but we weren't sure how to raise a baby. And a report said you're not supposed to let a baby watch TV for 18 months. Like, all right, no TV, 18 months. Then after 3 months, I'm like, all right, a little bit of TV. Then at 6 months, I'm like, all right, no porn. No porn for this baby. I'm a good dad. I'm a good dad. My wife, she was, during her whole pregnancy, she had just like one craving. That was some women have like weird ones, like chocolate-covered lobster. Heard that was one. My wife, one craving, she craved other men. That's what she craved. Oh, that's so sad. My wife was nursing. She wanted me to try breast milk. I'm like, I'm not going to do that. She's like, it's weird. You don't want to do it. I'm like, I think it's weird. You want me to do it. She's like, give me a reason you don't want to try my milk. I'm like, I'm not trying it for the same reason I don't try cocaine. I might like it, right? We went out drinking one night, and we get home, and she's like nursing. She's like, I have to pump it up. I'm like, why? She's like, there's alcohol in my milk. I'm like, we can sell that. She's like, how the hell are you going to do that? I go, we sell it as White Russians. That's what we do.